you give me your brief question, please?
It's all. Could you comment on the historical background of the book, the Jewish book, and how it describes the Jewish attitude toward the Gentiles? And would you find an English translation for this book?
That's two questions. That's two questions. I don't know, I'm not from England. I thought the English here is better than mine. All right, the question is, could Mr. DEEDAT describe the comments in the Jewish Talmud, is that right? Comments on the Jewish Talmud and the historical background of the Jewish Talmud and its attitude, the Jewish attitude to non-Jews, or Gentiles for non-Jews.
You see, the book of authority that we are dealing with, the one we are familiar with, is the Holy Bible. And what you want to prove, everything is here. You want to know the Jewish Talmud, you go and find a synagogue. You know what's a synagogue? A Jewish church, a synagogue. And go and ask the rabbi there about the Talmud. I know it is available in English. Whether he has it or not, I don't know. I don't possess one, though I have seen quotations from it. So the best thing is, for that information, you go to a synagogue and ask a rabbi, and he'll be able to help you, inshallah.
Jazakallah. Next question, please.
My question is in reference to the concept of the remnant church.
Sorry, please speak up.
The remnant church.
Remnant church.
Remnant. Yeah, probably where I want to ask you, what do you think God is referring to in this concept? And the Muslims accept the concept of the remnant church in the Bible.
Would you mind?
Yet to some Christian scholars in the university, they might be able to tell her about the remnant church. You tell me which remnant church, then I can talk. But just in a round.
No, but you said you're an expert on comparative religion.
A scholar, not an expert.
Yeah.
A scholar.
Scholar of comparative religion, right. And the remnant church is one of the largest concepts that comes out of the Bible. The concept where in Revelation where the Christians say that God has chosen a certain people that he will bless, that he goes to heaven. The Jews claim it's them, a certain sect of the Christians claim it's them. Seventh-day Adventist school that I went to claim that it was them. So I want to ask you, please, what do you think God is referring to in this concept?
I have no knowledge.
That's right. The question was one of a technical nature on remnant church, of which Mr. DEEDAT has no knowledge. Thank you. Perhaps if you speak to Dr. Zaki after the meeting, he might be able to help you. Wa alaikum salam.
The Holy Quran refers to the followers of the previous messengers as people of the book with respect. The Holy Quran also uses the word disbelievers and unbelievers. Some people attribute the words unbeliever or disbeliever to the followers of Jesus and Moses. I would like to know, what is your opinion on this point?
The speaker has posed the question that in the Quran, the people who follow the religion of Moses and Jesus are referred to as people of the book. And in the Quran, there are references to unbelievers and disbelievers. The questioner asks Mr. DEEDAT's opinion on this terminology that's used from people of the book and disbeliever and unbeliever. Did I get that right, sir?
I think we'll have to tell our brothers and sisters, they are there, that we'll have to close by 8:30, because we can carry on till 10 o'clock and people are, waving the fans, and there's a limit to anything. 8:30, whatever we can deal with, and we can't continue till 9, 10, because it can lead us to 10 o'clock, and I don't think it's fair to the audience to keep them seated in this heat for all the time.
I think that's a fair point from the speaker. I apologize for that. We will go as fast as we can, but when we come to 8:30, we will cut off. So if you are at that cut-off mark, I'm sorry.
With regards to the Ahl al-Kitab, the Holy Quran speaks about the Jews and the Christians as Ahl al-Kitab, meaning people of the book. meaning a learned people, people with the scripture. This is what they were boasting. In the time of the Prophet, they boasted that we are a learned people. We have a book. We have a revelation given to us. And you Arabs are barbarians, illiterate, ummi. You haven't got a prophet to your credit. You haven't got a book to your credit. As such, we are learned and you are unlearned. So Allah Bari Ta'ala addresses them in those very respectful terms. Ya Ahl al-Kitab, O people of the book, Ta'alaw come ila kalimatin sawa'im baynana wa baynakum. That we come to common terms as between us and you. Come, let us get onto a common platform. This is how Allah speaks about the Ahl al-Kitab. Ahl al-Kitab means Jews and Christians. With regards to the unbeliever and disbeliever, this is a choice. Some translators call those who don't believe in Allah, the mushriks, unbelievers. Some say disbelievers. Technically, what is the exact meaning of disbeliever and unbeliever? I think Dr. Zaki, if you meet him afterwards, he might be able to explain to you. I have no knowledge. That English is a bit too high for me. You say, now disbeliever means this quality of an unbeliever, and this unbeliever means this degree. That type of knowledge I haven't got. So this is the explanation. Ahl al-Kitab means Jews and Christians, unbelievers mostly referring to the mushriks, those who didn't believe in Allah.
Thank you. Next question, please.
You quoted Nasara and Quran. I'd like to elaborate about the ayat of Quran. وَقُلْ تَعَلَوْا نَدْعُ أَبْنَاءَنَا وَأَبْنَاءَكُمْ وَنِسَاءَنَا وَنِسَاءَكُمْ وَأَنفُسَكُمْ. I hope that this elaboration is the problem of...
Sorry, can I have your question? What is your question?
My question is that we quoted about Nasara and Quran in the speech.
Right.
I would like to find out what there was a challenge from Christians, Prophet Muhammad. And then there was a challenge and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you bring your sons and we bring your other sons. You bring our soul, we bring your soul, you bring your women, we bring our women, and then we'll curse each other. Then afterwards these people are going to register that no, we are not. They brought their own family.
No, that's not a question. That's not a question.
Just to say it of the...
I'm sorry, that's not a question. We can perhaps take that up later. Next question, please. Thank you for your patience, sister. I saw your hijab from out here, and I appreciate you waiting so long. In the interest of giving as many people an opportunity as possible, I'd appreciate it if you keep your questions brief.
We accept that the society is not a Christian society, but a secular society. How can we as Muslims answer the accusations which many Christians pose to me when we try to put forward the logic of Islam answering the social problems of today? They accuse me of taking the best examples of pure Islam and comparing them with the worst examples of secular society. And there are many devout Christians who are worried about the whole Islam as we must take.
Can you summarize your question for me?
Yes, the summary of the question is, we are accused sometimes of putting forward the best example of pure Islam, and we say that the toughest answers to the problems of Christian society, but not Christian society.
The question that's posed is that often Muslims are accused of putting the best examples forward in their discussions with Christians, when in fact the society that it should be posed to is a secular society and not a Christian society.
What do they say? You ask any of the secular people in your country, when they fill up the census forms, religion, what do they say? Judaism? Or do they say Islam? Or they say Hinduism? What do they say? Christian. So they say they are Christians, whether they are secular or religious. And the fact is that there is a problem of alcoholism among the people. There is a problem of surplus women. There are 4 million more British women in your country than men. If every man in England got, and Scotland and Wales, they all got married, there'll still be 4 million women who can't get husbands.